What are you addicted to? We're all addicts, if you really think about it. What kind of outside substances or experiences do you use to cope with the underlying stresses or emotions that you experience in your life? You see, we all have experience going through life. And when we go through these experiences, sometimes they trigger negative emotions. Fear, worry, anxiety, terror, anger, revenge, frustration. And then, rather than actually processing the emotion and letting it go, forgiving the past, learning from the experience, looking at it from a different perspective, to have a deeper level of understanding, because I personally believe that everything happens to us, for a higher purpose, to stimulate us to grow, to become bigger and better people, and to help others through our experience. And when you don't process the experience, you store the emotional energy, and that energy builds up. And then you start waking up in the morning, replaying the past, replaying those uncomfortable emotions. Maybe you hate going to your job. Maybe something traumatic happened to you in the past. Maybe your relationship isn't turning out the way that you'd hoped for. And rather than dealing with the situation or forgiving, forgetting, and healing from the past, we hold on to it. And then it starts to build up. And then we start to cope with the underlying emotions through our addictions. Okay? And if we don't deal with them, they're going to continue to pile up. And then we'll continue to cope with the emotions with more and more destructive addictions. So really think about it. What are you addicted to? Fast food, junk food, TV, mindless TV, reality TV, drinking alcohol, drinking Coca-Cola, cigarettes, cannabis, illicit prescription drugs. The list goes on and on. Cocaine, heroin, methamphetamines. You know, what are you addicted to? What are you addicted to? What are the outside, negative, destructive substances or experiences? Some people are addicted to being in relationships, so they get out of one relationship and they get right back into the next relationship, and that relationship doesn't work out because they haven't built a strong foundation, a strong relationship with themselves. They feel empty on the inside, so they keep jumping from relationship to relationship. What are you addicted to? What are you addicted to? And then, rather than just quitting something cold turkey, what I would suggest, because number one is you have to admit that you're addicted. You have to admit that you're addicted in order to move on to the next step, and that's letting go of the addiction. But rather than just quitting the addiction cold turkey, what I suggest is that you let go of the underlying emotion. You let go of the underlying experience that's causing the fear, the worry, the anxiety, the anger, the revenge, the hurt, the pain. Forgive and forget. And the more that you process these experiences, the more often that you process and then you let go. Because I'm here to tell you, my friends, when you do let go of the past emotion that you're holding on to, it feels like a weight has been lifted from you. When you let go of those experiences, when you heal and release that stored up energy, then you will magically find yourself no longer attracted to the substances and the experiences that you were using to cope with the underlying emotions. Okay, so many people are trying to change their life, trying to change their results by simply forcing themselves to change cold turkey. Okay, so maybe someone drinks too much, and rather than dealing with the underlying issue, the stress at work, stress with the kids, stress with the wife, don't have enough money, rather than dealing with those underlying stresses, they just try to cut out the drinking cold turkey. Well, if you don't take care of the cause of the addiction, you're just going to find another addiction, another destructive addiction to deal with it. So, make a list. And I know that this can be scary because people don't want to look into their past objectively and heal and let go. But I'm telling you, you're not going to be able, you're going to get left behind in this new world. You're going to get left behind if you can't learn to let go of the old emotions that are anchors that are holding you back from the good life. So make a list. Make a list of all of the traumatic experiences that you've had in your life. Make a list of all the experiences that have caused you total anger, total frustration, resentment, revenge. Make a list of all of the memories that you can think of. Take just a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes, and make this list. Write as many as you can. Don't go in full detail writing a freaking novel about your past, but make a list. And when you're done with that list, you're going to have a forgiveness ceremony. Have a forgiveness ceremony where you literally light that piece of paper on fire and you commit to forgiving the past and commit to letting go of the emotional anchors that are associated with those memories. Because I'm here to tell you, when you put a time constraint, the 2 to 3 minutes to make that list, all of the experiences, all of the memories, all of the stored emotions that you're ready to let go of are gonna come up. Those are the ones that you're finally ready to let go of. Okay, and then as a spiritual being, we actually communicate symbolically. Symbolism. It's a very high level of communication. And when you have that ceremony where you commit, let go of the past, you forgive, and you light that piece of paper on fire, you are symbolizing freedom. You're symbolizing that transition to that higher level of forgiveness. And I'm here to tell you, just like magic, if you continue to do this, maybe let's say every new moon, every week on a Sunday, something like that, where you can take time, you can make a list, you can have a forgiveness ceremony. Over time, all of the addictions, all of the negative, destructive things that you're doing that are starting to consume your life and take you backwards in your health, in your money, in your relationships, in your connection to a higher power, all of those negative, destructive habits or addictions will just be washed away like magic. You'll no longer be attracted to them because the underlying cause is gone. So give it a try. leave your comment below about your experience. I'd love to hear it. I've done this many times in my life. I've seen other people do it in their life, have incredible, miraculous results. So give it a try this weekend. Let me know what you think.